Hello guys, and welcome to the episode of Everything in Between with Oreoluwa Balogun. If this is your first time here, you are very much welcome into this beautiful space. And if you're a returning subscriber, you are also very much welcome. Thank you for sticking with me. And on today's episode on Everything in Between, we are going to be talking about simple ways to manage stress. Stress is part of our lives, part of our existence. At one point or the other, through the course of our living, we have to go through stress. But it's just that the intensity of the stress that we experience differs with individuals. One thing that we've come to realize is that stress is inevitable. You just have to experience it at one point or the other. And there are types of stress. We have acute stress, we have episodic acute stress, and we have chronic stress. Okay, it's not as complex as it sounds. Okay, but acute stress is just, I call it flash stress. It's a stress that happens in a short period of time. It does not last long. It is very short. It is not constant. It just happens within a flash and you get over it. It's a kind of stress that you experience. Maybe you are going for an interview or you have an exam to sit for. It's just for the time being. Episodic chronic stress, episodic as it sounds like, is just repetition of an acute stress. Okay, and chronic stress is the stress that persists for a long period of time and cause a negative effect on a person's health and well-being. So we are going to dive right into simple ways that we can manage stress. The first one is know your triggers and avoid them. Just focus on the things that trigger stress in you, particular people that you relate with. Is it a particular space that you visit? Is it a particular event that you participate in? Whatever it is that is actively stressing you, try to calm down, know those things, and try as much as possible to avoid them or put them in control. And the next one is self-care. Pay attention to taking care of yourself in terms of good food, good sleep, exercise, meditation, just doing things that actively involve you taking care of yourself. It can be a skincare routine, movies, sightseeing, just things that actively calm you down. It is called self-care. The next one is ask for help. You can ask for help by talking to people around you, talking to people who you think have overcome or gone through the particular hurdles that you are experiencing right now. And you can also ask for professional help in terms of seeing a therapist. So just ask for help, connect with people. Effective communication with people around you can also help you manage stress. Draw out a plan and stick to it. That is another way to manage stress. If you have multi-tasks to carry out, you can just list them. List out the number of things that you need to do without numbering. Then after writing them out, you can now number them, go through it and number them according to priority. Then you start attending to it one after the other. And once you are done with a particular task, you tick it done. You realize that after ticking the first, the second one, things become easier and you're happy with yourself that you're actually achieving your goals and objectives. The next one is it's okay to say no. I've come to realize that when you say no to people due to the fact that you cannot carry out a particular request that they're making of you or asking of you, they get angry. But over time, they will get over it. At the end of the day, everybody will be happy and will move on. You don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to be mean about it. Just find a way to actively say no to things that does not sit well with you. The next one is healthy distractions. I call it healthy distraction because whenever we are going through a period of stress, we tend to look for things that would distract us from what is actually stressing us. And in turn, we tend to oversleep, overeat, overdrink, and things like that, which can in turn affect our health negatively. So that is why I call it healthy distractions. As much as you're looking for something to actually distract you, calm you down, make you feel relaxed, make sure it is healthy. Maybe a nice movie, a healthy meal, a nice drink. Just make sure it is not something that at the end of the day, when you are done with the episode of stress, you have to start dealing with another health issue. That is like moving from fire pan to fire, and it does not make sense. Okay, and the last thing I'll be talking about is cutting down on social media consumption. If there is anything you are seeing on social media that is actually stressing you up, some people don't even know it. They just pick up their phone and they are on their phone for hours consuming content that after dropping their phone start taking a toll on their health, on their mental health, and start stressing them out. Just fight, it's part of knowing your triggers. If the trigger comes from the things you consume on social media, find a way to just cut it down. I want to say this, that these things, these actions, these ways of managing stress are things that will take time. It's baby steps. You have to just like do it little by little. You might not be able to actually cut down the stress to zero immediately. Taking these steps over time will help you manage stress. If you are already experiencing stress, just take your time, calm down, take these steps one after the other. Like we all know that Rome is not built in a day, so this might take a little while. Consistency is the key. Once you are consistent, you pay attention to taking care of yourself, you pay attention to cutting down the triggers, you pay attention to self-care, you pay attention to making active work plans. Before you know it, you become a pro in stress management, and things that actually stress you out before, you walk past it like they don't exist. Okay, yeah, so guys, that is it on today's episode of Everything in Between and on stress management. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and thumbs up if you like this video, if you have learned one thing or the other. And I'll see you guys on my next episode. Bye.